Good evening and thank you for joining us. The high cost of real estate in this province isn't just an annoyance anymore, it's life-altering, quite literally. According to a UBC professor, people under 45, what he calls the squeeze generation, are having fewer children and even putting off parenthood entirely. It's all because the high cost of housing can make children unaffordable. As Tanya Beja reports, that conclusion is backed up by Stats Canada, which confirms Vancouver has the lowest birth rate in the country.
Find a spot. Okay, just go slow, Anna.
Ryan and Laura Kane always knew they wanted 3 children, but the decision to raise a family came with a compromise. Despite having great jobs, the surgeon and physiotherapist say they couldn't afford to stay in Vancouver.
We're lucky enough that my husband's work allowed us actually to move out of Vancouver because the housing was so expensive here. And now we're in Cranbrook, and there the housing prices is much more affordable.
The high cost of housing isn't just forcing families away. One UBC professor says those who stay behind are having fewer children or choosing to become parents later in life.
You may make 6 figures and still be having a mortgage that's $600,000 for 700 square feet. And then you're thinking about, how do I have a couple of kids on my balcony?
According to Stats Can, British Columbia has the lowest fertility rate in the country, with more women giving birth over 40 than any other province. In Vancouver, they're also having fewer children than in other major Canadian cities.
Despite the dramatic rise in dual-earner households, incomes are stalled for young families across the country. They've actually dipped in British Columbia. And then with stalled household incomes, people have to pay for housing prices in BC that have gone up 149%.
Staff at the YMCA say they see the result of that financial crunch.
It varies from region to region where we offer our programs and services, but we are seeing a trend of smaller families and later starts.
To help ease the struggle for generation squeeze, couples looking to balance parenthood and home ownership, the UBC professor is calling on government to invest in $10 a day daycare. The alternative, as the Canes chose, could be to leave town.
You know, as a young surgeon starting out here, the cost of living is something to consider, and in the Kootenays it's certainly a little bit different, and certainly you get a lot, I guess you'd say a lot more for your dollar.